Can you hear me, you guys? I just want to make sure you can hear me. Anyway, alrighty. Yay. Thank you. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? I just came out and came back in. I guess it was some sort of an issue. I don't know. But, so what I was trying to say, is I'm going to take a few people for free. So if you want an astrology reading, type it in the comments. If you want a tarot reading, type it in the comments. Last time I was on the middle of the night testing my equipment, and I was doing 15 minutes each person, but that's way too long. Okay. I'm just going to do little mini reads. And if you guys want a more in-depth reading, then, after the free ones, then we can do those. Okay. So if you have a tarot question, please put it in the comments. If you have an astrology reading, if you're wanting one, just type in your birthday and the first couple people will be free. I'm just doing a few quick ones to show what I can do as an astrologer with over 20 years experience. And stick around. I will show you how you can get a free natal reading through my website. That's right. There's free reports now on the website. So there's that. So I hope everyone is doing well. And I wonder, oh, I had it before where you could see my, darn it. I came out and came back in. I hope you can still see this. Let me check. Double check. Oh, there it is. So you could still see the astrology. Oh, you want to know about career. So I would need the city, state, country that you were born. Is this a tarot question for Jasmine, or is this a astrology? Because if it is, if it's a tarot question, I don't need the city, state, country. But if it's an astrology question, I need the city, state, country, and the exact time of your birth. And I would say don't use your real name or anything like that. Don't put all your real information. So if you just wanted to do tarot, let me know. Just, it matters your birth time because that's whatever you pick is better. Okay. Well, to have more accurate career would be astrology. Here's what I can do. I can do sun sign career for you. October 2nd, I can tell you what Libras are dealing with right now. When it comes to career for January, we have Venus in the 6th as a Libra rising, or a Libra sun, sorry. So I would say, it looks good as far as work is concerned. You're rethinking and reevaluating your status for the end of January. I do see that. Saturn in the 6th can make it really difficult, though. I will tell you this. You may feel like you're having to work really, really hard to bring in the money. I do see that with Libra. What else? Something with status could have ended the beginning of January. There's something with your status that may end. Let me see what that is. That is the full moon in Cancer. So full moon in Cancer would be, there's something ending here around that. Yeah. Something's changing with your status. I will say that in the beginning of January. Career status, relationship status, I don't know. But when it comes to your work, it feels like with Venus in the 6th, Saturn is creating a lot of blockages, but with Venus there, it doesn't make it as bad. So that's good. But I want to tell you, if you want a pinpoint, accurate astrology reading, you need the city, state, country of your birth and the time of your birth. That is going to give you your astrology wheel. And it's going to be able to show me what's in the 2nd house, what's in the 6th house of your work and dating activities, and what is the 10th house of the pinnacle of your career. And that's going to really help me understand. And I use this. I don't know if you could see this. This is my grid. It tells me just at a glance what each sign is going through. And I could see by planet what's happening. But you need the wheel. I mean, this is just if somebody just gave me your birthday like you did. But really, you need the wheel to have all accuracy. You need to know the exact time, the city, state, country. Yep. So, So there is that. So anybody else have a question? Jasmine, did that help you a little bit? I mean, it's not like a full-fledged astrology reading, though. I'll be honest. That would be just sun sign astrology. So, but I do see you have your North Node in January is going to be going into the 6th house for Libra, so you're going to be really work focused this year. I do see that. And then there's a new moon on January 29th in your 5th house. You could have a new beginning with romance, children, or a creative project. Something new is happening here. I do see that. So I think that toward the end of January might be more fun for you, more creative time. Let me see something. I'm going to pull out my little astrology wheel here. I love this thing. I love it. I pull this away. So what do we have? Libra. I will say Pluto's in the 5th for you. Yeah, something shifting and changing with you have 20 years, I don't know what year you said. 82, 81, sorry, 81. So there's something shifting here when it comes to children in your life, creative projects, something. I think this could be with money, right? So you could be doing something creative. Now you have Uranus in the let me see some in the 9th. So maybe you're teaching, writing, publishing something. I don't know. And then we have Venus, which will be in Aquarius. It's going to be in Pisces January 2nd. So Venus in Pisces, this would have to do with your 6th house. Yeah. So I feel like you may have a chance to bring in more money, especially in January. Anybody else have an astrology question or a tarot question? I do need for an exact reading, I do need your birth details. We'll see, Jasmine, what's coming up for you. Let's do some tarot on it. What the heck? Show me. Jasmine, what's coming up for her for the next 6 months for finances? Let's look at Jasmine's finances for the next 6 months. Show me. January. Let's do January through April. Let's see. Finances for Jasmine, January through April. January, February, March, April. Oh, this isn't showing on camera. Okay. Can you see? Oh, okay, we'll do this. April. So January, it might not be coming together. Maybe it's difficult working with others. But you're financially okay with the 9 of Pentacles. You may be being careful of what's going in, what's going out. Pinch in the pennies there, okay? February, something is not ending. I don't know what this is. It's a burden. February might be a little financially hard. Okay, but maybe because you overspent too. This could be, I'm sorry, well, I'm showing you this. This could be overindulgence. Queen of Pentacles reversed. March could be having a good time in March. Now March could be maybe you're trying to come together with others, in March. 10 of Cups reverse. Maybe if you're in a partnership, business partnership, maybe things are not aligning great. And March, you might be making a decision to miss an opportunity because maybe this is a work situation. 10 of Cups reverse. Maybe as a work family, it's not working out good, right? And then April, you may be leaving. So I think March, you're contemplating leaving a place, and then April, you may be going, So what is April? Show me. April finances are good, though. Your ships are coming in. It looks good. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you. I hope it's helpful. Anybody else need a reading, astrology, or tarot? Anyone? I feel like let me just shuffle these really good. There we go. So there's a couple people in here. I know Jasmine's the only one commenting, but where's everybody from? Where's everyone from? Just curious. Where everyone is from. I like going online and you can hear all these people from different places. It was interesting earlier to hear this guy say, oh, yeah, in Australia, we're having our summer. I was like, oh, hey, Jasmine. Oh, Texas. Okay. I'm in Chicago and it's cold. Is it cold where you are right now, Jasmine? It's probably not as cold as it is here, right? It's like in the 30s here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty cold in Chicago. It's 40 plus. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Well, I know it's hard for me to plan when I do these things, and I just impromptu say, "Oh, I got some time. I'm going to do a live right now." It changes all the time. Yeah, oh my gosh, in Chicago the weather has been so crazy. But I will tell you, this is like the warmest winter we've ever had in a long time. So far. I don't want to speak too soon. You know what I mean? But I will say usually it's super cold in Chicago. Very, very, very cold. But I would love to give you guys more notice when I'm doing these lives, but sometimes I cannot plan my day. Got a lot going on. So anybody else? I see we have 3 people watching the reading or the live. If anyone wants a reading, last call. If you want a tarot reading, let me know. If you want an astrology reading, let me know. It is free. I will do a free little mini love reading for you. Or we can do a tarot reading and look into what's going on for you. Let me know. I will try to put a post up and let you know I'll be on at such and such a time. That would be great. So anybody who want a reading, let me just I'll change my banner really fast. Let's see. Banner really fast. Okay, create a banner. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. In case there's confusion, so I don't have to keep saying it. So let me know in the comments if you want an astrology reading, comment. If you want a tarot reading, leave a comment. Let me know. Well, anyway, you guys, if you're not following me on YouTube, please follow me. If you're not following me on the TikTok, follow me there. I really, really want to go live on TikTok. I really do. Yes, I do. But we shall see. I know, unfortunately, around the 19th, things are changing. I hope they don't take it down. We'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping they're saying that January 19th. I know a lot of people on TikTok are really worried. Do you guys go to TikTok at all or no? Are you guys just like in the YouTube? And I do sometimes go to TikTok sometimes. Oh, here we go. Comment. Can you do solstice energy? No, I don't do solstice energy. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is even. I've never heard of that in my life. But do you guys go to TikTok ever, or are you guys mostly just YouTube? I do come to YouTube every so often. I look at some preachers that I really do like, and I watch them. I don't really come to TikTok for astrology as much anymore, or tarot or anything like that. But I do listen to. I've been really studying more Bible scriptures and stuff lately, getting into that. If you guys have not seen The Chosen, I would strongly recommend. That is such a good series. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I got really sick last year. I mean, not like horribly sick, but I had the shingles. Oh my goodness. And I knew right away what it was because my mom had it a long time ago. And I went to urgent care and they gave me this medicine to stop it right away because I caught it really fast. And during that time, I had no energy and I was so tired. Um, and I just binge watched The Chosen. And I'm telling you, I got so into it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I started reading the Bible, and I'm starting to read about the book of Enoch and everything else. And I was really on the fence. I really walked away from YouTube because I was on the fence about whether I should even be doing astrology, or I should even be doing tarot, and I shouldn't be, I'm like, oh Lord. Because if some of you know me, astrology did save my life, or not, I should say God saved my life, but my knowledge of astrology helped me. I knew I was going to have a heart problem on my birthday. And I'm like, how could something be so bad if it's helped me so much in my life? It doesn't make sense to me. And I think maybe it depends on if you're using it as the end all be all. If you're not going to God for advice, or you're using it as, oh, I have to look at my chart and all this, you got to somehow have faith in God too. So I guess there has to be a balance. And I'm also thinking that, some people can use astrology for, good or bad. I mean, maybe it depends on the person. I don't know. I was wrestling it with it for a very, very long time. And, I just wish the Bible had more information, like, because the three wise men were astrologers. I'm like, and astrology has helped me so much in my life. And it just feels, and I'm going to tell you, I prayed on it. And it feels like when I wasn't doing astrology, I was really depressed and sad. I'm like, what the heck? And I prayed to God on it. And then I just getting clients calling me saying, oh, you really helped me, and I really need you to do this. And you know what's funny? Because I help myself in reading charts too in my own life. And I know what they were saying. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to be obedient to God. And they're like, well, I don't think he'd want you to do this because you were helping people. It's not like you were using it in a bad way. And I'm like, yeah, I know that's true too. But I was very conflicted. Let me tell you, very conflicted. And I asked a few of my clients, I said, as long as it's not replacing, the relationship you have with God, or, as long as you're not looking always to an astrology chart for answers, as long as you're asking God and Jesus for those answers too, that's what matters. But if you're using it as a tool to better your life and just get answers and direction, I think that's different. And it has helped me so much. But I'll tell you, when I wasn't doing anything, I was very sad, very depressed. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? I've trained for all these years doing this. And I kept praying on it, and I just kept getting clients emailing me saying, I want a reading. Can you do a reading for me? Why are you stopped? What's going on with you? And I said, well, I was kind of going through a spiritual moment there. And they're like, well, I don't think that you were meant to stop doing this. So anyway, I don't know if any of you have gone through this year, but let me tell you, it's been one heck of a year. I've been trying to do all the right things. And like I said, how could something so bad? I mean, it saved my life. God saved my life, but my knowledge helped because I was able to look at the chart. I'm like, oh Lord, this isn't good for me. And I wonder sometimes, is it like our astrology, like a test, and we're getting the answers to the test, and we're not supposed to have the answers? It's like cheating because we're supposed to find the answers ourselves. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. All I know is when you're going through a rough patch and you're like, okay, I can look at a chart and say, okay, there is a way out, and here it is. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. If any of you are looking for an astrology reading or tarot reading or anything like that, you could go to my website, livevisions.com, or lauralovecoach.com, and I'd be happy to help you. Glad you came back to share. Everyone has their own opinion. Oh, I know. Yeah, Jasmine. Spirituality is a personal thing, but I do know that God does want you to have a personal relationship with him. He doesn't want you going to other things, and he doesn't want you to have like some sort of an idol. And to say an idol isn't something you pray to, but it's something that you like cherish every day you're going to it, and obviously I was going to the astrology every day because I was working, helping people. And yeah, but I noticed that when I wasn't helping others, even, when I wasn't looking at the chart for myself, I just felt sad, like something was missing. Like, and I've done my chart forward, sideways, and backwards, and I'm like, it just keeps explaining. I meant to talk to people about relationships. I meant to, and then I started. That's why I changed the website to lauralovecoach.com. And all the people were calling me on my site saying, "Why did you do this?" you know, you were helping me with the astrology, man, or you helped me with the tarot, and I'm like, well, and then I said, I remember this woman asked me that, and I said, I can see the astrology is more mathematical, and I could see how it's more accurate, but I don't know how the heck tarot is accurate half the time. I'll be honest, I know how to read the cards, if they're upright or reversed, and when they're next to other cards, I know exactly how to read it, and I don't know how it works out that way. And I go, I don't know how God would feel about tarot, though. I have no idea. She goes, well, I think it would be okay if you're helping people, though. And I go, I just don't want to give people bad information. And she goes, well, maybe it's important to preface they should put nothing above God and their relationship with God and asking Him first. So I thought about that. I said, well, maybe. Then I was like, well, maybe I'll take tarot off completely. And then I just, I kept praying on it. And the more I prayed on it, the only signs I got were more and more clients asking me, are you coming back? Are you coming back? What are you doing? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, and so there's that. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just do coaching where, because I always talk to people about relationships. And, I have a lot of regulars. So I know their whole backstory and everything. So they're like, why, my backstory, what's going on? I just need to talk to somebody or whatever. And that's fine. But I felt handcuffed. I'm going to be honest with you. I felt handcuffed because I was trying not to look at charts. And I had this one client and I said, I so badly want to look at this dude's chart for you because I'm thinking, is his moon in a fire sign or something? Is he hostile? Like, what's going on? I just felt like, and he wasn't really communicating. I'm dying to know where his Mercury is, like, and what's going on in his, like where his moon's at in his chart. Like, I really want to know how he's handling his emotion. Like, and it just felt like I needed the cheat sheet. You know what I mean? It's like, what the heck? I guess, how you see those therapists and people go to their therapist and they're, oh, this is happening with me. And the therapist sits there and goes, oh, okay. Tell me. And how did that make you feel? And how did that make you feel? Does that really help people? I don't know. Because I'm an Aries. I don't know. I'm like, I always want, let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get to the bottom of it. Can you imagine you go to 5 sessions, you spent like $500 and you're not really getting anywhere until later, Astrology is kind of like you're going to the meat and potatoes of the problem. You could see it right in the chart, especially when you do an overlay chart on like how this person's affecting you or how you're affecting that person. It's like, oh my gosh, every time he's around me, I just want to rip his head off, or whatever. Oh, okay. And you could see that sometimes in the chart, or you could just be going through a rough transit, But yeah, it was very difficult in just doing relationship coaching for people because I'm like, I felt handcuffed. Like, I want to know, are you going through just a rough transit right now? And what is this guy like you're dealing with? Is he, it's just, oh my gosh. I realize how helpful astrology is in helping people, and not having been able to look at a chart. I was handcuffing myself. It was like, and you really have to depend on your gifts there, because then you're like, and then you're not supposed to use gifts because it's against God. It's just like, oh my goodness. I feel like everything, you're not supposed to do anything. Then I'm like, well, if God gave you such good intuition, how come you're not supposed to use it? You know what I mean? I don't know. Hey, Mama D, how are you? 1 degree Aries. Hi. 28 degrees Virgo, right? Oh, you're Virgo rising. Okay, welcome to the club. 0 degree Leo moon. Oh, that's a powerful moon. Wow, 0 degrees. Fun or crazy or rough ride? Oh, in 2025, or all of the above? Oh, wow. Now, I know you're giving me your placements. Did you not want to put your birthday in? your month, day, year, city, state, country, and the time of your birth, or did you just want me to look at tarot? And I know you're giving me your placements, but I really do need to look at the chart. Is it a rough ride if you're a Virgo rising? You like the timbre in my voice? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's hoarse. Maybe my voice is hoarse. I don't know. I do have water next to me. I'm gonna be straight. Since I got into menopause, my voice has been changing and I can hear it myself. I watch old videos of myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, my voice was so much better. My voice got so deep. Tarot. Okay, great. All right, here we go. Let's see. Mama D. All right. Let's see. Show me what is 2025 going to be like for Mama D. What is 2025 going to be like for Mama D? Show me. What is 2025 going to be like for Mama D? Show me what's 2025 going to be like for Mama D. All right. Show me what is 2025 going to be like for Mama D. All right. Well, sun is here. Wow. You have energy and vitality to take action. There's either a love offer here or an apology. It's saying a cycle is not over. You have regrets over here. Somebody has regrets. A cycle is not over. Yep, got it twice. You feel like something's not going your way. A cycle is not ending. You don't want to be single or in the cold here. I know you said you're an Aries sun. Okay, so 1 degree Aries, is that your sun sign? 28 degrees Virgo rising. Okay, 0 degrees moon, fun or crazy. Okay, I think you're a 1 degree Aries. By the way, if you're a 1 degree, you're a 1 degree Aries. I got you. Right when the North Node this past year went into Aries, the North Node was on your sun. That would have given you a lot of information on your life direction. So look at that. That would have been right when the North Node went into Aries at the beginning of last year, I think, was it the beginning of this year or the end of last year? When the node shifted signs, that would have been giving you a new direction. But when it comes to 2025, I see letting go. You're going to let go of something. And Queen of Swords, anybody could be this Queen of Swords. When I'm pissed, I could be the Queen of Swords. Somebody here is asking for, you know what? I want the truth. And if you can't give me the truth, I'm cutting you off. Queen of Swords reversed, right? To the King of Swords, that's a relationship. Okay, there's a partnership here that you might be thinking of letting go of. I'm so sorry, but it says some sort of cycle is not ended, right? And there's a letting go, right? It feels to me like there was some sort of betrayal. I don't know. Reckless communication, I'm getting. Reckless communication. There's some sort of betrayal. You're stuck in your head of what to do. Do I let this go? Do I go back? What do I do? I want a new beginning, though. Let's see. Making a decision. I think you leave someone. I really do. Well, you leave and then I feel you come back. You're wanting a new beginning, but you're saying, I don't want to play games. There's some sort of cycle. Does this make sense to you? She says, true. Okay. It's saying a 5 of Swords reverse. It's saying, I don't want to play games. You know, the tit for tat BS and all that. You're saying, I don't want to do that. And then you got somebody's defenses are up, or they're putting the line in the sand. That could be 2. 7 of Wands. I'm taking action. So, okay, I think you're putting the line in the sand because you feel somebody's being sneaky or not. You know, you're trying to get over the past here. Somebody is. Yeah. Well, this is with a lover. A lover's reverse. You may end something and then try to work on it again. But you feel like this person is not putting effort or energy in something. You're like, I need to get over the past, right? And you're blocking somebody with communication. I don't know. Does this make sense to you? I feel relationships are going to be importante for you in 2025. I think that you're going to be dealing with someone. See, because I have the King to the Queen of Swords, and that is a couple, you know? So, yes, no games. Time to end cycle of dependency and lies of another. Okay, our other. Yeah, I just feel like there's a lack of working together. 3 of Pentacles reversed. You're getting over anxiety and sleepless nights. And I think you've been patient here with the 4 of Swords upright. It's like, yeah, I've waited. I've been patient. Here you are, the Emperor. Yeah, that's you, Aries. I think that your judgment reverse, you're saying I'm not going back, but you're going to take some time to think about it first. You're going to take some time out, right? And you're going to say, okay, my ships are not coming in here. This is not working for me. You know, once an Aries is like pissed and done, they're done. You know, once an Aries is like, Aries gets mad quick and they forgive quick and they forgive often a lot of times. But I don't know. I think you could be like, I'm feeling like your give a damn's going to be kind of busted here. But you do have a lot of energy and vitality for the year. You're coming out, the first card out of the gate was the sun. So let's see if you got another person coming in your life because you're happy. I mean, it's not like you're miserable. You're getting over anxiety and sleepless nights. You're getting over whatever's plaguing you or upsetting you. There's some sort of cycle that's something is in your life that is not bringing you down. And then you're letting it go. And then, you know, so let's see. Does Mama D have new does she have new people, a new relationship coming in her life in 2025? Show me. She have a new relationship. Show me a new relationship. You know what's weird? You're in Aries and I'm in Aries, right? So around my birthday, I know I did my solar return. Venus was retrograde. So you're dealing with somebody from the past. You're not dealing with a brand new relationship in the beginning of the year. You're dealing with someone from the past for sure. All right. You're going to make a decision that you're not happy about something in the year. Again, this is making a decision to let something go. There's arguing about somebody coming back. I don't know. There's immature communication. Somebody's looking at their options. Somebody could be emotionally manipulative here. You may be dealing with that. And you're saying, I want to avoid a disaster. Manipulation. There's truth coming out about somebody's manipulation. And you feel there's a lack of potential here. You're getting over hurt feelings. And you're trying to have the strength, okay, to bring balance to a situation. Somebody needs to right or wrong. And you're feeling like, I'm going to miss this opportunity because I don't think that you're feeling there's potential for this person to right or wrong, right? You're getting over anxiety and sleepless nights because you realize it's toxic. There's something you're letting go of here. You know, it's not really showing me a new person, but I don't think you're going to be alone this year. I feel like you're going to have to clean house with your current situation with someone from the past first. That's what it's showing me. I hope this was helpful, and I hope do you understand what it was saying? I hope so, that you understand. And hope it made sense. But I want to tell you, I don't think you're going to be depressed or anything like that this year because you had the sun, the first card out of the gate. That is great. Energy, that's happiness, that's vitality. No more Virgo servitude in using fire signs for jet fuel. That's right. I love that. That's true. That's right. So you're an Aries sun like me, and you're a Virgo rising like me. Same. That's cool. Did you know 28 degrees in the degree theory has to do with the fourth house, or like Cancer energy? So your rising sign has a lot to do with your being of service, nurturing others in some way, all about home and family. That's interesting. And your sun sign at 1 degree Aries, that is about the self. That is Aries energy, 1 degree. Mm-hmm. Hi, Cosmos cousin. Yeah, that's right. You know what's funny? Us Virgo risings, you know, Saturn, let me just get my transit sheet here. Saturn is retrograde this year, right? I mean, Saturn is, I'm sorry, in our 7th house of relationships, right? Is it retrograde right now? No, it's not. So it's in our 7th house of relationships. So for Virgos, you're learning about what you're going to take, what you're not going to take. And Saturn has a way of showing you all the cracks, right? And if you're not in a relationship and you're a Virgo rising, this can play out with your relationship with others, family members, anybody, you know, but it's going to show you the dynamic you have with others. And it's going to show you ways in which, you know, you're wrong or they're wrong. And where the mistakes are happening, where the issues are happening, and they're going to shove them in your face, right? And sometimes Virgos tend to put up with more, Virgo risings at least, tend to put up with more than they need to put up with, right? They tend to put up with a lot of BS. And Saturn is also saying, do you know how you're in a relationship and the fantasy is better than the reality? And you think, oh, I can fix, I can help, I can save, I can do this for this person, I can do that. Well, I have a feeling with Saturn in the 7th, especially when it gets toward the end of the transit of Saturn next year, Saturn in this area, your give a damn may be so busted that you're like, you know what? Don't take my kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? You may be like, it's kind of like to the one point you have to say, all right, it's no longer this person screwing up all the time. Now it's more about me. And why do I keep taking this person back? Or why do I keep helping or fixing or saving or whatever? And dealing with a one-way street sign. The Virgos are dealing with that. And I will say a lot of Virgos are tested on allowing people to stay past their expiration date and feeling like they can hold the Rock of Gibraltar for the relationship for both of them. And that's not true, because when you need help, then there's nobody there. Venus in Taurus. Oh, you have your Venus in Taurus. That's nice. 8th house. Oh, my Venus is in the 8th house too, but mine's in Aries. 15 degrees sun. Oh, okay. In the 7th. Oh my gosh. Oh, so your sun is not 1 degree. It's 15 degrees. So 15 degrees sun. That's 3. That's Gemini energy. So this would be in the 8th house, right? So that means that you're not afraid to talk about taboo subjects, right? So, oh no, it's sun in the 7th. So that means that you're wanting to communicate in a relationship. Communication and partnership is going to be hugely important to you. Your focus in this life is going to be in a partner. Where's your North Node? Now, if your Venus is in Taurus, 8th house, Venus in the 8th house, when love is good, but when it sucks, it sucks. I mean, unfortunately, I know my Venus is there too. I feel like a lot of people with Virgo rising feel like they walk around with a big black cloud on their head when it comes to their love life, because it's like we track science projects all the time. And I always say a big thing with Virgo rising is discernment. Is the guy living, I use an example. Is he living with his mom because he's waiting for his house to get built, or because she does everything for him and he has no ambition to do shit for himself? So if it's the latter, then you got to say next, next, because we have a tendency to go, oh, I'll fix them up, you know? And like, no. Venus and Taurus is though more stable, though, I will say, because it's the ruler to Taurus, number one. Venus and Taurus is like things sensual, though. The senses are heightened. Taste, touch, smell, all of the things could be very much, sensuality is heightened with Venus and Taurus, big time. You know, like good food, soft material, soft blankets, things that smell good, cooking, all of that. Yeah. So there's that. But Venus in the 8th house, period. It's when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. There is no gray. And it sucks. I wish, you know. North Node is in Sagittarius. What house? Is that in your 4th house? So if North Node's in Sag, it's got to be your 4th house, right? I mean, I can't see everything in front of me, but for most Virgo risings, the 4th house is Sag. So if that is the case, if that's your 4th house, then if the North Node is there, then your focus is going to be, in this lifetime, it's on your home and family. Focusing on, you know, maybe your belief system when it comes to home and family. Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius can be a little difficult because it's like deals with truth, right? It's spirituality, but it can be like my word is law. And North Node here could mean that you're obsessed with home and family, and spirituality could be, oh, it's in your 3rd house, 11 degrees, 48 minutes. Okay. So if the North Node is in your 3rd house, then there's a focus on communication in this life. And you may be really focusing on your beliefs, could be, and communicating those beliefs to others. And 11 breaks to, it's Aquarian energy. So you may be really focusing on communicating with groups and organizations or friends, maybe your belief structure, your belief system, right? Maybe this is speaking on communicating about to foreign people from foreign lands. It could even be another language. Um, this could be imports, exports, teaching, writing, publishing. There's something you're really obsessed with communicating here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you want to do is look to Jupiter. Jupiter, wherever Jupiter is in your natal chart, it's going to give you more information because Jupiter is the ruler to Sagittarius. But if you guys wanted a full-on natal reading, or if you want me to do a love reading for you guys, you can go to lauralovecoach.com, or you can go to livevisions.com, and I can look at it for you, and I'd be happy to do that for you. Virgo can fix anything, but don't want to anymore for anyone else. Yeah. Well, you get to the point where you're like, okay, you know what? All right, I've science project number 1, 2, 3. I'm done. I'm done with the science projects. Thank you. Had enough. Thank you very much. You get to the point where you're like, I'm just done. And then you start to look and your discernment gets a little better. You're like, okay, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I can spot. And you got to be careful when you're Virgo rising. You don't want to get involved with anyone with a chemical dependency, over drinkers, or anybody who use any kind of substances in any way, because Pisces can rule substances. Pisces also can rule illusion, delusion, and deception, so you have to be very careful. But it is the most romantic sign. And don't forget, Virgos kind of fall in love with the fantasy instead of the reality a lot of times. Lucky me, I have 2 houses ruled by Pisces, which is my 7th house and my 8th house. So lovely. Lovely. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, like I said, on my spiritual journey, I was really stuck on what do I do? But it has helped me so greatly, not only understand myself and my life path and the way I am as a person, people could say, oh, you're like this. And then you see it in your chart and you're like, well, yeah, I really am. I guess I am like that, But it also helps you understand your family members, your family dynamics, people you're in a relationship with. And you can also see sometimes traumas, that you have in life, or difficulties you may have with your parents and things like this, that sometimes mold the way you date, mold the way you do relationships. And it's really important to understand these things. Is Mercury in Pisces psychic-ish? Yes, very much so. I'll tell you what's the psychic stuff. I'll tell you. Anything. Okay, let's talk about it. We're going to talk. Let me write this down too. Let me write it down. All right, so we're looking at the moon, Pluto, and I'm gonna think about it right now. Moon, Pluto, and Neptune. These are all the psychic planets, right? And then you have the psychic signs, which are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And then you have the psychic houses, which are the 12th house, 4th house, and the 8th house, but also the 1st, because it's the house of self. Okay. Mercury, we're going to include in our planets. Mercury is going to include in our planets as well, because Mercury can rule the mind and it rules communication, right? So let's say somebody had Mercury in the 8th house in Scorpio. I would say this person may be able to communicate with people who've crossed over. Right? If somebody had Mercury in, like you said, in Mercury in Pisces, if you have my Mercury's in Pisces too, by the way. Yeah, we have the same. You're born in 73. Anyway, Mercury in Pisces is very psychic too. Communicating with others in intuitive way. However, one thing that's kind of not so great with Mercury in Pisces is if you're dealing with legal or lawyers, you could get confused. And, sometimes even when I speak, it doesn't come out the way I needed. I ramble sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's like, get to the damn point, you know? It's like, because I have so many thoughts that come in my house, my mind in the same, I wish born in 56. Oh, okay. I have so many thoughts that come in my head at once. But Mercury can be a little scattered in Pisces, like scatterbrained, but it is intuitive, and you could have remote view where you see things in your mind's eye and it comes to you like a picture. Same thing if you have, let me see, Pisces ruling the 12th house, or if you have Neptune in the 12th house, right? Very much so. Or even if you have Neptune in the first house or Pisces ruling the first house, same thing. Very, very, my mom would see things, and she'd sleep and she'd know exactly what was happening. It was somebody else, and she was really good with that stuff. But my mom was a Pisces rising. So you're going to look at all these things. So somebody who has moon in Cancer, very, very psychic and intuitive too. I have my moon in Cancer, but mine's conjunct Ketu, which is the south node. But when you have a water house in a water sign, like Cancer, moon in Cancer, or Pluto in Cancer, or Neptune in Cancer, or any of these water signs in water houses, add a point to your chart, right? And then if any of these water planets are also in water houses, add another point. And you keep adding points. And the more points you have, the more psychic you have. Now, I'll tell you, Neptune, Pisces energy, 12th house energy is very much clairvoyance, right? Clair sentient also. Now, Moon, Cancer, 4th house is intuition, very high in intuition. Now, Scorpio, Pluto, and what else? 8th house. Scorpio, Pluto, 8th house would be mediumship ability. Okay. And that includes if these signs or planets are in the first house as well. That's mediumship too, right? So you want to look at all of these, and sometimes you may have a little bit of both because everyone's gift, it doesn't work the same. You might want to look on YouTube for a video I did, and it's the livevisions.com. It's under Live Visions, and it's called Psychic Indicators. And it is a video, and you'll see it's like a really pretty kind of girl on it. I don't know what you call it. It's what is it? I don't know. I'll show it to you maybe in another. But look under Psychic Indicators under Live Visions. It's the only one I did, and I go in depth on how each person has different gifts, you know. And that's another thing. If we're not supposed to have this or use it, then why did he give it to us? You know, I don't get it. I've really been going through a big spiritual journey. Let me tell you, trying to do all the right things. And I don't know. It has been very confusing because it talks about in the Bible, like anybody who's doing witchcraft or all that stuff, right? And this person who is I forgot the word that they use. And I'm thinking, are they just meaning like people who do, you know, like, I guess witchcraft on people who try to, you know, how people do these things, freezing spells or weird things, you know, maybe God doesn't like that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wish Jesus was here today and I say, hey, I just want to talk to you. What did you mean by this? Or what does this mean? I need clarification, please. Yeah. I don't know. It has been very confusing, let me tell you. But I truly believe that these are the last days. And then, you know, that's why I was changing my website, as I wasn't messing around. I'm a God-fearing Christian, but I know it helps me so much. And it didn't make sense to me. A lot of things didn't make sense. And Psychic Indicators video, thank you, we'll watch. All animals have it. Why don't some cultures see as a resource and others don't? I don't know. I honestly, you know what? And it's so weird because, okay, I wasn't the only one in my family who had gifts like this, you know? At least, you know, my mom would see things, and my mom would know somebody in the family's going to die. I mean, she knew all this stuff all the time. It freaked me out. But, and my grandma had it. And I'm like, so I never grew up thinking this stuff was bad or anything. And now they say that you shouldn't really speak to the dead, or if you go to a medium, you're not supposed to go to them because it's not, your dead loved one, it's a demon or something, and you should be careful of that. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't understand why some people have these. I don't know. It's so interesting to me. The only thing I would say is always pray to God, always, and never put anything above Him. If you're needing help, try to go to God first. And if you want guidance, using astrology as guidance is okay. But when you make it your, oh, I need another reading, like it's like drugs to you, then that's not good. But it can be, I don't know, sometimes when you have some scary things in your life, you may need a couple of readings because you're like, wow, this is a horrible time for me. I don't know. I just wish things were more clear on that. That's all. It's just really, and I don't think it helps that I'm a Catholic, and I don't think it helps that the Catholic Church, when we go to mass and stuff, they don't talk about half the stuff that they're supposed to talk about at all. They never talk about revelations and, oh, when 3 days of darkness occurs, you're supposed to put black on your windows and not let any light in. They don't teach anything like that. How to bless your home properly. None of this was discussed ever. And it's because they're so concerned about what other people think, and they don't want to push people away because they want their money. And I find it really disgusting that, when COVID hit, I wanted my daughter to be having her communion. And I called and said, oh, and I couldn't afford to do like, what do you call it? I couldn't afford to do like hundreds of dollars with the classes that they had. And I said, is there a way she can, oh no, it's like 300 and some dollars. I'm like, what the? So I think every kid should get their sacrament no matter what. I don't think it should be $300-400 to have your sacrament. I just find that I don't think Jesus wanted it that way. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm like, children, they all should be able to get their sacraments, and they all should be able. And we were doing the prayers. Oh, and if you have kids or grandkids or anything like this, and you want a nice spiritual channel, there's something on YouTube for kids called Superbook, and it's all the Bible stories. Ava learned all of her Bible stories from that channel, and it was so wonderful, and I loved it. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. So, and then we were practicing our prayers during COVID and everything like that. I got her a few. She has a few other books. One of them is the Action Bible. I bought her that too, and that was wonderful. It was like the little kid Bible, but it's like a comic book, but it has all the Bible stories. Higher power for sure is helpful with earth life. Yes, I agree with that. But I think everything is, to me, I think everything is intent. What is your intention? But then I wonder to myself, is God like, you know how your kid is about to do something and they may get hurt, and you're like, don't do it. And the kid's like, well, why you don't want me to do that? And they don't get it until they get hurt. And then you say, because I knew you were going to get hurt. You're going to hurt yourself. Well, they didn't get it until you fell down a few times, right? And I wonder, like, metaphysics, is that like, are we allowing something in our life? I don't know. I try to pray all the time and bless everything. And I do anointing. I anointed my house. I anointed my rooms in my house and all that stuff. I've done all that stuff. But I'm like, I don't know. I try to do all the right things. But I'm going to tell you, astrology, my knowledge of it did save my life. And I can't discount that, And what if they could help somebody else who's having it? I really don't like to do medical readings. I really don't. But crap, if somebody's saying, hey, I'm having this issue, I've been to the hospital 15 times. I mean, could you look at this for me? Yeah. I mean, it helped, especially in a solar return. You want to look at those health houses, and, you just want to see what's going on, even in your year to come, I don't know. To be forewarned is to be forearmed, But I always pray. I'm going to say, if you doing astrology or you just want guidance, always pray on it. And especially if you're going to a medium or something, you got to be real careful, because you don't know that the person or what they're, I don't know. I just think that you got to be careful with that. The more I learn about it, stuff, I don't know. But it's been great talking to you. I'm so happy you came in, Mama D. My mom's name was Dee Dee. And so anyhow, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas if I don't hear from you. Any of you guys who want a reading from me, go to my website, livevisions.com or lauralovecoach.com. It's the same website. And you can book yourself a reading, okay? Alrighty. I also have live stuff, you guys, too. If you wanted to talk to me and have something live, I have it where you can call me and say, hey, Laura, do you have 20 minutes today? Yes, I got 20 minutes. And then you call it, you book it for 20 minutes, you call the number and we talk for 20 minutes. Or you say, hey, can I talk to you for another half an hour? Yeah, yeah. You book it for a half an hour. And there's like a little thing there that you can add time to your call if you want to. But yeah. So it's nice because when I have people in Europe and there's a time zone difference, oh, my equipment didn't work and I forgot my time zone. This way they can call me and say, are you available now? Or like 20 minutes or half an hour? Okay. And then I'll call you, I'll pay now, and then I'll call you in 20 minutes. And it works out fine. But so there's that. So I do offer live sessions now too. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, I'm rambling now, but I will let you go. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I hope next time I will try to say, hey, I will be on at this time. But when I have a child, there's always something coming up. I swear to God, I don't know. It's always something, I'm telling you. Anyway, I hope you have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.